T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Methods of a perfectionist. I'm trying to do my thing for all seasons. With talent heavy enough to crush every star breathing. The misconceptions don't get erased. They still gon' feel away. It feels like I do the right thing for the wrong reasons. Beyond rhymes, yeah, we make do, but we ain't all fine. Making changes under the surface. Peep the fault line. Competition turns deadly quicker for that big bag. My people been playing Squid Games for a long time. Lately hanging over an open flame and hogtied. How I treat a rapper for try to run with the wrong kind. I stay who I am. For me, it ain't a off time. My Power Rangers beyond comprehension with these raw lines. Tremendous misuse of the mic. If they ain't doing it like this, they ain't doing it right. Get them lifted like a spirit when they move to the light. If they ain't doing it like this, they ain't doing it right. It's the perfectionist. Niggas halfway decent, I'm all the way nice. No ceiling in sight, traveling great heights. Pedal to the metal, never see my brake lights. Perfectionist shit gotta be all the way right. Yeah, all the way right. Perfectionist shit gotta be all the way right. Pedal to the metal, never see my brake lights. Perfectionist shit gotta be all the way right. Run up, then light another one. Treat my homie like my brother, like he was my mother's other son. But lately we've been living awkwardly. The blood sticking in water, but the love ain't circulating properly. It's funny how life is sort of like the crate challenge. To win the game, you gotta show great balance. But it seems like everyone's favorite part of it all is the part where you fall, what they portraying as frauds. People from back in the day marvel at the progression. Probably thought I'd be dead on an island acting reckless, wilding with a weapon. But to your surprise, I'm still striving to perfection. No denying all my efforts. Trying to put more lines through the items on my checklist. Prefer to walk in peace, cause violence ain't the preference, but it's silence on the western. You test me and I'm running up to drop something heavy like I was Wilder with a message to perfection. These niggas halfway decent, I'm all the way nice. No ceiling in sight, traveling great heights. Pedal to the metal, never see my brake lights. Perfectionist shit gotta be all the way right. Yeah, all the way right. Perfectionist shit gotta be all the way right. Pedal to the metal, never see my brake lights. Perfectionist shit gotta be all the way right.
Hotel family, this is your RBG brother, God Hollywood Jr., coming to you with another exclusive program. I wanted to do this last week, but I had technical difficulties. Just one of those things. I'm just hoping I'm coming through clearly. It's bad internet problem, servers, and all types of stuff going on. So this might go in and out. I don't know how this program is going to come out. But hopefully, this don't cut off my program. Hopefully we can get through it. But today's topic is the Milwaukee monster, Jeffrey Dahmer. Right? And of course, I think the movie Dahmer came on Netflix. I mean, but there've been many Dahmer movies. But I guess this one really got into more detail on Netflix. I didn't know a lot of stuff. I mean, we already know the basics of this guy, of this Neanderthal, but we really didn't know everything. But I realize now that there's a lot more Dahmers. He's not the only one that are cannibalistic and murderous and psycho, and he's not the only one. There are many others like this guy. And I'm going to prove that in this program. Give a shout out to Cool Gamer. What's going on, Cool Gamer? But as you can see, this Dahmer guy had killed 17 people. Two of them was 14 years old, and he had no conscience. He had no conscience of him doing it. He claimed that it wasn't race related, but it was just weird how he purposely went into a poor neighborhood that was I guess the majority were black people in Milwaukee, that he knows that he can get away with it. He knows that the cops won't believe black people. He knew that. He knew about this. He knew about the racism. He knew that, hey, I could do whatever I want to these black people, and nobody gonna care about them. And that's exactly what happened. Of course, he's gonna say it wasn't race related, but of course it was race related. Of course. How come he couldn't go to a poor white neighborhood to do his horrible crimes? So I noticed I seen a lot of, I was watching some sick stuff this guy was doing. Some sick stuff this guy was doing. This guy, had literally, they said that his father introduced him. Now, this guy, let me tell you, so Dahmer came from a well-to-do home. He didn't come from no poverty. Yes, I know his mother was going through things. Yeah, of course, father was, their parents separated and all that stuff. To me, that's nothing new. They was trying to make excuses for this monster, saying that, the reason why he did, and this is his own people. That's one thing I can say about white folks. They would take up for their own. They will make excuses the reason why their people do the most heinous crimes. And they would sit there, and then you hear him say, "Oh," because I was watching this. It was on Real, and they showed a documentary of this guy, and you should hear him say, "Oh, well, he was lonely, and he was doing things, and he was eating people because he want that connection with people." And I'm like, "What? Are you serious?" So this is this type of excuse that you would give him, but you got African descendants literally have to go through racism, literally have to go through you put them in most impoverished, crime-infested neighborhoods, and then once they get involved, you take away the jobs, you take away the tools that the African descendants need, and then they resort to crime. You don't you don't come up with that. You don't say, well, it's racism and this and that and this. Well, if we didn't put the drugs, they no. They call our children predators. We heard what Bill Clinton said. Not Bill Clinton. We heard what Hillary Clinton said. We actually heard what Joe Biden said when it came down to our people, especially our children. But when it came down to this monster, they made excuses for him. And you know what? That's their people. I should expect that. I expect that. I expect white people to take up for their own. I expect that. Even though they'll rape, murder, and do everything under the sun, they will still take up for their own. They will still take up for their own. And we've seen that. What I didn't understand was, what got me was the Stitch. Well, let's go back. I didn't know that he worked at a blood bank. And you see this monster literally drinking the blood in the blood bank, literally drinking blood like he was a vampire. Like drinking it. He didn't care if there was HIV in it. He didn't care if it was hepatitis B in the blood. He drank it like he was drinking soda. He was drinking that blood like he was drinking like he was drinking beer. And I said, wow, to me, I'm almost threw up. I'm like, yo, are you serious? Now, I didn't know he did that. And then what I didn't understand, when he was picking up these dudes at the gay bars, and we already know this guy, we already know Jeffrey Dahmer is a homosexual. We already know that's nothing new. But what killed me was the stench that was coming from his place. The stench. Now, these guys, especially these black men, especially these black dudes that came to his house, they was just like, oh my God, what is that smell? What is that horrible smell? So he would say stuff like, oh, well, the sewer burst. My mother gave me some, I got some meat from my grandmother, but it went bad. And those black folks still stayed in his house. So it makes me wonder, who's sicker? Who's more crazier? Because why would you want to sit in a house when they place is smelling like you know what? Now I bet you if that was a black, I bet you if it was a black person going to another black person's house and they house is smelling like you know what, I know how my people they'll be like that's not gonna work. This is I'm not gonna stay here. But I guess because this guy's white, they didn't care. He was white, and to them, I don't know. It's just that was okay. He's all right. They can deal with it. Hold on, I just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So this is what I didn't understand, how the stench was coming through, and the stench was so bad it was going through other people's apartments. It was coming through the other people. He should have got convicted right there and there. He should have got convicted like that. I mean, he should have got kicked out of that apartment. There's no way in hell how people stayed in their apartments like that, and no one never done nothing about it. And you got people going in that apartment, and they just ignore the smell. This just amazes me. Amazes me. But I realize there's a lot of people. There's a lot of his people do the exact same thing. And this is, one thing about white folks, their nature hasn't changed. And they were saying at the end of the movie that the father had the same type of feelings like Jeffrey Dahmer, but he suppressed it and all this other stuff. And then after he got caught, he started to be more famous in prison, where they started making Jeffrey Dahmer a hero. They started making comic books from him. You have one female, she wrote him and she said, I'm your biggest fan, and she put some money in the letter, and she said, if you write me back, I'll give you more money. So not only he was making more money in prison than he was in the street, he became more famous in prison than he was in the streets. And this is white people doing this, giving him money, making him famous. This is sick. And if you look how the nature of these people, you see it all the time. You see it all the time. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I've seen, if you look at the movies, like The Walking Dead, like the TV shows of Walking Dead, you see how white people act. Some of them became cannibals. They do more killing each other than they killing the zombies. And that's what they do. They don't even kill the zombies barely. They kill each other. Some of them turn to cannibalism. So they already showing you when there's a crisis, this is what white people go. They're going to go right back to their natural state. There's no civilizing them. There's no civilizing them. There was no civilization in the movie Walking Dead. I saw a lot of people that was barbaric. And that's all you saw through the whole 11 seasons. Just white people killing each other in the show. In the most inhumane way. When you start putting these people in some sort of crisis, they're going to go right back into their natural state. Drinking blood, eating people. So you can't civilize a race of people that wasn't created to be civilized. Hey, hold up, Rashid. What's up, my brother? So, 17 people, this man should have got the electric chair. He should have automatically got the electric chair. But again, they kept him alive. And even Jeffrey Dahmer said he deserved the chair. He deserved the chair. So it just amazes me how he became more famous in prison than he was when he was out of prison doing his stuff. And then they try to make it seem that he got baptized and, he was considered happy. And he was considered white people's hero. See, a lot of stuff I didn't know about this man. I didn't know about this monster. But there's a lot more of people like him even to this very day. Even to this very day. Let me play this video. Let me play this video to show you what I mean. Let me screenshot this. Hold up. Let me screenshot this real quick. And I want y'all to listen to this. Get my disclaimer. What's going on? So I want y'all to listen to this, what this brother is saying, with this it's just sick, very sick.
A black male, a white female, kidnaps, duct tapes, and stabs a black male during a Tinder date. Let's put a picture up full throttle here. All right. she could be incarcerated right now for murder. Let me give you the background as to what happened. According to the police, a Colorado woman decided to duct tape, stab a 21-year-old black male Tinder date. She orders DoorDash while he bled. The victim barely escaped with his life. The officers arrested Lauren Marie Dooley and charged her with second-degree kidnapping, a Class 3 felony, 2 counts of assault in the second degree, a Class 4 felony, menacing, a Class 5 felony, and false imprisonment, a Class 2 misdemeanor. According to WKRC, Dooley appeared in an El Paso County court on Thursday, October 6th. I have significant background to this extreme story. The victim was 21 years of age, a black male who met his attacker on the popular dating app. A Colorado woman has now been charged with multiple felonies after she allegedly brutally assaulted her Tinder date. The 22-year-old is accused of stripping him naked, duct taping him, choking him, and slicing him up with a knife before she ordered something to eat on DoorDash. The victim took advantage of an opportunity to plot his escape and live to tell the tale. The person told the dispatcher he or she could hear someone saying, "Because you cut me and you're going to kill me," and said he was bleeding all over the bed. They wrote, upon arrival, residents at the apartment advised there was a naked male in the parking lot. This is when he escaped. That needed help. Officers located, and we've redacted his name, who was naked and appeared to be bleeding from a laceration on his left arm. Name redacted, also actively backing away from the suspect, identified via a law enforcement database as Lauren Dooley, date of birth 6/2/2000, who appeared to have blood smeared on her arms and hands. I already know some people are going to ask and push back on why did I redact and why have I not proposed the individual's name who's a victim. Here's why, because he's also a victim of sexual assault. I don't give a damn what the charges say. If this was a female in the same position, I would do the exact same thing. Even though she is not charged with sexual assault, this is a sexual assault case, in my opinion. So I would treat it as such on this broadcast. There's more information. The report continued, name redacted, exclaimed that Lauren tied him up and cut him. Lauren was detained, but invoked her Miranda rights and refused to speak with me. The officer said the young man did not know the young woman for long, but still went to her house. There's more. They sat on Lauren's couch and talked a bit. Lauren then proceeded to take clothing off and perform oral sex on him, according to the report. She then used duct tape to bind him, name redacted, wrists together and ankles together. The man said that despite finding it odd, he still consented. Now let me just pause right here, okay? This is your first time meeting somebody. This is already a weird situation. I'm saying this as a public service announcement to anyone who has their first encounter with somebody. Please, for the sake of all things holy, do not allow them to completely make you vulnerable to attack, okay? If you get down like that, you get down like that. I have no issue with that. But damn it, at least know who the person is. This situation happened. This man is now completely vulnerable to whatever attack she decided to bring to him, and that's exactly what she did. It can't be that serious, fellas, that's my point, all right? However, when Lauren produced a knife and demanded he gets into her bedroom, he no longer consented to staying at the residence. That's when it became a sexual assault, okay? This is when it goes into this level because he was afraid he got into her bed and let her climb on top of him. She then proceeded to use the knife to cut his left shoulder and then use both hands to apply direct pressure to his throat for roughly 20 seconds, making it difficult for him to breathe. Lauren stopped, but only to procure a belt that she then placed around the young black male's neck. The second half of the affidavit, let's put it up, because I want you to know we have the full affidavit here of everything that has been highlighted in evidence and testimony. Dooley then tells the victim to get into the bathtub and bathe, okay? While he was in the tub, she ordered food on DoorDash. Once her order came, before he opened the door, she turned to her date and said, "If you scream or say anything, I'll kill you." After eating the food, she took her date, quote unquote, and went back into her bed, covering him with a blanket. As the young man gets into the bed with her, he notices the knife she used to stab him is underneath the cover near his feet. At some point, Dooley falls asleep, and then he grabs the knife and attempts to free himself, cutting the duct tape. She falls asleep because torture is exhausting. She ate DoorDash, she's torturing, she falls asleep. Once free, he tried to get his keys and his phone to get out of the apartment, but accidentally bumped into a table. The noise from the bump woke Dooley up, but the victim did not stop to engage her. He ran into the parking lot, demanded help, and was met by police officers. He had no clothes on during this time. This is a hell of a story. So obviously, this story is still developing. She invoked her Miranda rights. She is not talking. We have no statement on the record from why this person did this monstrous thing according to the allegation. But please, everyone, let this serve as a reminder. You can't simply go head first into everybody's home and trust them without some level of fence or barrier around that relationship. People should earn that level of trust. Now, I know some people will make jokes about this segment. Some people will talk about how he liked it at first and whatever. Let's be 100. You wouldn't like to be in this situation. You don't want your children to be in this situation. People that you love, you won't want them to be in this situation. It's a bad situation. So we're gonna highlight this story, stay on top of it, and hopefully at some point we'll understand the motive behind this extreme behavior, this criminal who kidnapped a human being and damn near killed him. All right, Ricky, thoughts on this?
Don't that sound familiar? Don't that sound familiar? These are Jeffrey Dahmer's children's. Zach, same thing. Didn't when Jeffrey Dahmer, when the Asian boy, the yellow kid ran out, was escaped from Jeffrey Dahmer's house, almost I guess naked, after he drilled. I don't know what. I think he drilled something. Try to drug the young boy, 14-year-old kid. Remember the other guy, the last guy who escaped, ran out the apartment, ran to the police. This is the exact same thing. Exact same thing. It was another incident where you had this white girl. She was considered a Instagram model, and she met up with this dude, and she ended up killing him. And we already know that white men are known of killing black women. We already know that. That's nothing new. That's nothing new. But this is in their nature. This is in their nature. And but as black folk, we thinking that we can civilize them, we can reason with them, and it doesn't matter how nice they look. You could put. It doesn't matter if you could put You could dress them up. You could put the finest clothes on these people. That's just the cover up. We saw the movie Trading Places. We literally saw the movie Trading Places, how this white guy went from riches to rags over a bet. Over $1 bet. And look what happened to him when he went, when they took away the job, took away his job, took away the way he lived, his girlfriend. Look how he acted very savagely. Look at how he ran into the what's this guy who played what's his name? Dan Aykroyd or whatever his name is. How he ran in a Santa Claus suit, and he took I don't know, he took a ham or whatever and put it in his coat pocket, and he ate it like a Neanderthal with the fake Santa hair all over the food and all. He just ate it. But that's his nature came on. He wasn't acting civilized. He wasn't acting like he was when he was acting when he was making money. When they took away everything, he came right back to his Neanderthal ways, animalistic. And it got to the point where when Eddie Murphy was bumming in the street, you didn't see that. When you saw Eddie Murphy, he was smiling. Yeah, he was a con. He tried to, hustle people or whatever, but he wasn't trying to. He didn't held nobody in gunpoint. He didn't have nobody in gunpoint. He didn't hurt nobody. So you saw a difference there. You saw a difference. Look at the Mendez brothers. They was living well-to-do, but look what they was doing. Robbing people. They shot both of their parents with a 12 gauge. And they had money. Think about that. So I don't understand when these people get into these relationships with these Neanderthals. They out for themselves. When you look at these celebrities like Dr. Dre and how he ended up with that white chick or whatever, she got tired of him. After 25 years, she was just like, I don't want you no more. I got what I wanted. That was just an investment. So now she's going to take his money and she's going to act like a typical slut bag. And that's what they do. Nicole Simpson did the same thing. The one who was married to OJ, she did the same thing. Because that's their nature. If they're not hoeing or if they're not killing nobody, where they doing all this unnatural sex acts, all this unnatural stuff, all this inhumane stuff, even when it comes down to sex. So nothing has changed. Nothing has changed with these people. And like I said, when you look at these movies, it's always this unnatural, sick violence. Just violence. Look at how they showed when in a Jeffrey Dahmer movie how he met that dude who was deaf. The black dude who was deaf. And the black dude really liked Jeffrey Dahmer. He really liked him. But Jeffrey Dahmer didn't give a damn. He didn't care. He didn't care. And I'm killing that dude. Because that was his nature. Listen, all these stories, man. All these stories. This look at how they can go into look at the shooter, the Buffalo shooter. He didn't care. He didn't care. I mean, just straight savagery. He didn't care. And one thing about these people, they don't care if you're young or old. These people don't care about your children. They don't care about your elders. They don't care. These movies are telling you this. These TV shows are telling you. You can't civilize these people. You can't civilize your enemy. This is the reason why you got to understand science. We already know the real human beings came from Africa. They say anybody else outside of Africa were Neanderthals. And that's including the so-called Native Indians that Black people love so much. Had niggers. Well, I'm one dude. I'm not gonna mention his name. One dude said, "Well, I'm a Muskogee Indian." So these people are animalistic. Jeffrey Dahmer was animalistic, and he was getting praised for that. And he didn't show no emotion in the court. He didn't show. He did admit that he said, "Look, I deserve to be on death row. I deserve it. Like, yeah, I did it. I don't know why I did what I did, but I did it." Like I said, don't be fooled when you see, these people in suits or what you see in Wall Street, and you see these white people in these fancy suits, or you see them in these courtrooms or not courtrooms, but you see them in as politicians. Take everything away from them and see how they get down. See how they transform into their natural state. Everybody saw that movie, They Live. Everybody saw the movie, They Live. When Roddy Piper played when they showed the how you put on the sunglasses, and you see when you put on the sunglasses, you see their true form. We gotta put on our sunglasses. Some of us are still thinking these people are human. People that saw Jeffrey Dahmer, they thought he was human. They thought he was human. And like I said, he came from a well-to-do family. A well-to-do family. He didn't have to live in that neighborhood. Even when the police showed up to his house the first time, they asked him, "Why are you doing here? Why are you in this apartment? Why are you in this building? Why are you in this neighborhood?" I forgot the question they asked him. In other words, What are you doing in this neighborhood? Why you come here? And his answer was because it was cheaper. But the reality is the reason why he picked that place in that area because they know that because he knew the system did not care about black folks. He did not. He knew that, and he knew he can get away with it. So that's why, if you notice, that's why when they showed in the movie, the cops ignored the black women, and they were saying, "Hey, are you not going to check on this kid? Like, you or mind your business. We got this." And they believed Jeffrey Dahmer over the women who lived in the building because he was white. It just amazes me how, and we see that time and time again. We see that time and time again. Like I said, when you look at these movies, take away their fancy clothes, their fancy houses. Put them in our situation. Put them where they gotta struggle in the most impoverished neighborhoods. Take away their jobs. Put guns and drugs in their community, and see how they get down. See how they get down. Put them in the most dangerous situation, the most unproductive situation, and you're gonna see them take away all that fancy stuff that they enjoy. Take away all that, and you see their true form. And like I said, don't take my word for it. Check out Trading Places. That guy became a monster. Got so pissed off he wanted to kill Eddie Murphy in the movie. Animalistic. So yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer is a monster. That roof guy, how he went into the church, killed 9 black people. He's a monster. These people are monsters. And they come from well-to-do families. The bowling of Columbine, those two shooters, they came from well-to-do families. The Mendez brothers, well-to-do. They don't care. They didn't care. They didn't care. They thought that, hey, that's their nature. It doesn't matter if you put a suit on them. It doesn't matter if you put them in the finest schools. This is how they are. And one thing about these movies and these TV shows, they telling you how they are. They telling you how they are. They telling you that they're bullies. They telling you that they're monsters. And it doesn't matter if they're in a good school. It doesn't matter if they got well-to-do families or whatever. Their animalistic still shows up. That's like trying to civilize a wolf. Trying to civilize a lion. You can't do it. Hey, Sister Raw, how you doing, sis? Shout out to Sister Raw. How you doing, sis? But you can't do it. You can't civilize these people. Let me see if I can find another video. That was just one video, which I was surprised about. I know YouTube is messing up my numbers. I know I got more people watching me. But hit that like button. But Black people, you know, our people, we got so used to this trying to come up, trying to make a come up. And that's what it is. They looked at white people as success. Even in the movie or in the movie of Dahmer, how those homosexual men hooked up with him because they thought they made it. They thought that, and they was willing to stay with him even when they smelled that stench in his home, because they look at white people as a quick come up. Oh, I made it now. Just like the deaf dude, he thought he made it because he met Jeffrey Dahmer. He was happy. And Black people would do anything to be with these people. I just don't get it. I don't get it. We see 2 incidents where 2 white women killed 2 Black men. Killed 2 Black men over the internet because they met over the internet. One was from Tinder and the other one was, I think, was on Instagram. 2 Black men got well, I think with this one that I showed, he escaped. He escaped. But the other one didn't make it. The other one didn't make it. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to let me look for that real quick. But I just don't understand. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna look for that video right now because I want people to see it. Okay. Okay, I think this is it right here. Let me see if I can show this. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's check out this right here. I think this is it right here. Let me see. I wonder if they're gonna show this one. Let me see if they're gonna show this one. Let me see new model. Let me see something. All right, let me show this one. They're gonna show a picture of this one. Okay, I'm gonna screen share this. me screen share this real quick. All right. Now that's the chick right there. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this. And here we go. Let me play this real quick.
Night, and the deadly Edgewater stabbing. Instagram model Courtney Clenny has been charged with murder. This is video of her and the victim, Christian Abumseli, getting into a heated argument inside of an elevator. This happened months before the deadly stabbing. Miami State's Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle announcing the criminal charges today against Clenny. CBS 4's Ashley Dyer joins us live from Miami. And Ashley, Clenny about to appear before the judge, correct?
Jim, she'll appear in front of a Honolulu judge at 7:30. That's just about an hour and a half from right now. And we will have cameras in the courtroom when that happens. Now, Clenny told police when she stabbed her boyfriend, she was acting in self-defense. But the state attorney's office says after months of investigating, their evidence says otherwise. Key evidence, this video showing a shocking glimpse inside Courtney Clenny and Christian Obumseli's tumultuous relationship. We're learning domestic violence was a constant in the couple's relationship.
The defendant had a history of being the aggressor throughout the relationship.
According to this arrest warrant, Juan Paricio Security documented so many incidents of arguing, including complaints from tenants 2 floors above, that the building's management was moving towards legal action to evict the couple.
Extremely tempestuous and combative relationship.
The arrest warrant says April 3rd started off peacefully, with the couple playing with their dog.
Christian left the apartment at 1:15 p.m. and returned about 3 hours later.
At 4:33, Clenny calls Christian just as he's walking into the apartment. About 10 minutes later, Clenny calls her mom. That call lasts for just about 6 minutes until she calls her again at 4:49. The state attorney's office believes Clenny's mother may have been on the phone when the stabbing happened. At 4:57, Clenny called 911.
On that 911 call, Christian can be heard in the background repeatedly saying that he was dying. Defendant Clenny is also heard saying, "I'm so sorry, baby."
According to reports, when officers arrived, Clenny was covered in blood, cradling Obumseli. She claimed she threw a knife at him from 10 feet away, but a graphic description from the medical examiner's office revealed Obumseli suffered from a knife wound 3 inches deep, the type of wound, they say, caused by forceful pressure.
He always believed that with a thorough and fair investigation that this day would come into reality. This is such a relief for the family, but it gives restored hope that even though delayed, justice will still come.
Again, Clenny expected to appear in front of a judge in Honolulu at 7:30. We'll bring you the very latest from that courtroom appearance, both on air and online. Live in downtown Miami, Ashley Dyer, CBS 4 News.
There you have it. Hotel maintain aspiration. How you doing? How you doing? Glad you came through. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, it's definitely, and that's always been this is the new lie they're saying now. These white women now, and it's the new form of lynching. I wish black men would try to wake up a little bit, because now you actually witness this savage hitting this brother. You actually witnessed that. The guy didn't hit her. He didn't touch her. He tried to restrain her. But there was no physical abuse. But this is what they're saying. Oh, I killed him because he was hurting me. He was abusing me. This lie. Where's the police reports? Just like there's another movie, there's another documentary called Killer Sally. How she killed her boyfriend or her husband, a black man, of course. And they was both doing a bodybuilding thing. She was a bodybuilder. Her black husband was a bodybuilder. But of course, she was mad because she thinks he was cheating. When he couldn't take it no more, he was about to leave her. So this savage, this Neanderthal, decides to shoot him with a shotgun. The second shot, he was automatically instant dead, the first shot. But then when he was on the floor, she shot him again in the face. She served almost 20 years. But they was trying to get her off by saying he was beating her. And there's no record of that. There's no record of him. There's no police report. But again, savage. The savage is coming out. The monster, the animalistic is coming out. Can't civilize these. You can't civilize. How are you going to say everybody's a human being? But we're the ones that be called predators. We're the ones that be called dangerous. We're because we can run away from the police. They actually showed black men running away from the police, and the police still shoot them in the back. And they're going to say that he's a monster. We see these people, what they did to Eric Gardner, the George Floyd. We see the animal into these people. And you got Negroes, and black men and these black women. They're not going to learn their lesson. They're not going to learn their lesson. They'll continue dating these Neanderthals. They will continue dating these monsters. Now that dude thought he had a trophy chick. All these fine sisters, he had to get with that. And look where it got him. Look where it got him. And there was one video where she cursing him out, embarrassing. He was, I don't know who was recording it. I don't know if he was recording or she was recording, but it's on record where she's calling him an N-word and I mean totally disrespecting him. And he's like, well, you keep hitting me and all this other stuff. So these people are known to be violent. When they get mad at you, they will say the most nastiest thing about you. Then it goes to the hitting because that's their nature. That's their nature. What's up, Brother Bakari? What's good? Facts. Fed right into the lies. Fed right into the lies. You can't civilize these people. These people cannot be civilized. There is no talking to them. There is no having a you can't even talk to these people. You can't have a civilized conversation where there's no civilization, no civilizing them. And that's what black people trying to do. They trying to civilize them. You can't civilize animals. You can't civilize Neanderthals. Neanderthals cannot be civilized. These are Jeffrey Dahmer's children. These are the children of Jeffrey Dahmer. When they, like I said, take away everything they got, they're going to go right back to their natural state. This is facts. Like I said, check out Trading Places. That's all. You don't take my word for it. Check out the movie, anybody who haven't seen it. This white man went from riches to rags, and he became a monster. Eddie Murphy was poor. He didn't do none of that. He didn't harm nobody. He didn't had a gun and try to set people up and none of that. But this is who they are. This is their This is their nature. We saw Jeffrey Dahmer drinking blood in a blood bank, cooking people, putting human remains in his refrigerator. And the stupid ass black folks, once again, still went to his house, even though the smell was, I can imagine how that smell was. Even they smelled the rot of the bodies. They didn't care because they thought they could civilize him. These people cannot be civilized. This is facts. Movies are telling you. Why do black people don't look at these movies with their third eye? Stop looking at it as entertainment. This is when I was talking about The Walking Dead. These white people didn't have nothing. And look how they were acting. Look how they was treating each other. They went into cannibalism and hey, into this domination. Well, if you don't join my people, I'm going to kill everybody. They didn't care. Children were getting killed. They did not care. When you put them in a state, even to this day, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter. They're worse when they're poor. See, all that what you're seeing, and I'm just being realistic, all that what you're seeing, don't be with the white people with their suits and ties and they fancy dresses. That's just a cover-up. It's just a cover-up. Just trying to make a lion or a wolf prettier. Just to look good. Just putting a suit on a wolf. That's all you're doing. But that person's still a man eater. So that's why I don't understand where you expect white folks to feel sorry for you when you talk about slavery and Jim Crow and all this other stuff, and you expect them by putting all these little slave movies out, and you expect them to feel you can't. I already knew that. I already knew that they're not going to have a heart for us. They don't care about that. The lion don't care. You could be wounded. You think a lion gonna come and be like, oh, you wounded? Let me get you some help. No, he's gonna eat you. And you're wounded. He's gonna take advantage of that. And this is what we're seeing. We are seeing the children of the Dahmers. We're seeing the children. There's many, and I'm not going to even get into white men killing black women. I'm not going to into that. We already know that. But they actually showed the movie how this white girl, this young white, it sounded like she was young. She said, Jeffrey Dahmer, you're my hero. You're my hero, Jeffrey Dahmer. And she said this in the letter. And she gave her money. She said, hey, if you write me back, I'll give you more. The children of Jeffrey Dahmer supported Jeffrey Dahmer. This is in a movie. They said Jeffrey Dahmer was their hero. This is crazy. This is sad and it's sickening. So when I see black folks, when I so-called see my people, which I'm gonna stop using that too, because some of my people ain't my people. Because anytime when you cross that line, you cannot be you can't be part of me. You can't say I can't claim you. So when I start seeing my people trying to, especially when these so-called YouTube revolutionaries, and they want to have a conversation with the enemy, they want to talk with the enemy. They want to feel sorry for what they're going through. I had the one B-Rap, he was talking to the Antifa, the white Antifa, and he even brought up, well, there was a white person, there was a white man, and he also got choked out by the police. They don't need you to talk for them. You claim you B1, you claim you black first, but you're feeling sorry for them. They don't need you to speak for them. They got enough people to speak for them. Anytime how they can try to get somebody like Jeffrey Dahmer to keep him out of prison by saying that he's crazy, saying that he's mentally ill, making excuses for him. Oh, he did it because he was lonely. His father left him when he was a teenager. His mother wasn't all that in their head. I mean, just making excuses for this motherfucker. No one make excuses for us, and we going through more hell. At least we have a reason why we act crazy. There was no reason for Jeffrey Dahmer to do what he did. It was already in him. The DNA. These people got animal DNA in them. This is science. I'm not saying nothing that's false. This has nothing to do with hate. This is science. Now, I don't know anybody who saw the movie, but see the documentary. There's a lot that I didn't know. One brother said, well, who don't know about Jeffrey Dahmer? No, not everybody don't know exactly what happened. Now, in the movie, they actually showed the brother that beat the crap out of Jeffrey Dahmer, beat him to death. I want to know how many black people gave him money. I want to know of how many black people consider him and made comic book and made him a hero. Make comic books out of him. How many black people said, "You're my hero"? We don't get that praise. We only get that praise when we are dead and gone. We don't get that praise while we're alive. White people will talk bad about our leaders or our heroes or our greats until they pass away. Then all of a sudden, oh, they were great people. They hated Dr. King. And silly black people forgot about that. Silly Negroes forgot about it. They hated white folks hated Dr. King. They did not like Martin Luther King. They hated that man. Now that he's no longer a threat, oh, Dr. King this, Dr. King that, and now they're using Dr. King to get your votes. They hated Dr. King. They didn't like that man. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. They did not like Muhammad Ali. They hated Muhammad Ali. They did not like that man. Or now Muhammad Ali is this, Muhammad Ali is that. It's crazy. So we have to really, really put on our sunglasses, man. We got to really put on, like that movie They Live, we got to put on our sunglasses to see these people's true form. You saw the video where the white girl hitting on her so-called black boyfriend, and he's taking it like an idiot. He's taking it. He should have dumped that chick. He should have been dumped that chick. But you can see that was a pattern. And now that's the new racism now. Well, let me get into a relationship with you so I could call you an N-word. I can let you have sex with me. But I can also, so that's the trade-off. I can hit you, call you an N-word, and you'll still stay with me because you enjoy the sex. That's the new thing now. That's the new racism now. That's the new what they call violence now. Racial violence. Trading violence with sex. I'm going to call you the N-word. I'm going to beat you up when I feel like hitting you. I'm going to call you every name in the book. And the only thing I can say, I'm sorry, let you hit this, but then I'm gonna still call you that, and Negroes will still fall for that. So it makes me wonder why don't we love each other? Why we can't come together? What is wrong? Why we have to still hold on to these people? Like I said, we going to have to wake up. We're going to have to wake up. And wanted to say something else about this Jeffrey Dahmer, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, when the second time when the cops came to his house, they was about to leave. They went around. They came to the house. They was about to snoop around. They came to the house, and Well, one of them have found some pictures. One of them found some pictures, and I don't know if that was the picture because I've seen two different things. One of them was the pictures. I think they found the pictures, and they was like, wait a minute, and the pictures looked at, the cop knew something was wrong, and that's how they got him. I think they found the pictures that Jeffrey Dahmer was taking, because they went in his room, but they was about to leave, and then the other cop just so happened because the smell was so atrocious. He went in there, and that's where he saw the head in the refrigerator, looking right at him. They said the cop threw up. But my whole thing is this. Like, they were just about to leave because he was white. That was his people. Oh, our people cannot do no wrong. But they had to do something. Once they saw that stuff, they know they had to do something. But by that time, it was too late. Another one, it was a part when he killed the first guy. And he was driving, he was drinking, and he was drunk behind the wheel. Literally drunk behind the wheel. Cop let him go. So that just shows you white privilege is real. White privilege is real. He had white privilege on his side. He got away because of white privilege. And he almost got away. Matter of fact, he got away still. Because if it was a black man had did that to white people, he would have got the chair. He would have been on death row. Like, quick. So at the end of the day, Jeffrey Dahmer won. At the end of the day, he won. He won. Because they made him a celebrity. He became more big. Now here come the interviews. The father was going to write a book. The father was going to write a book. It's insane. Think about that. So revenue was coming. They knew that. And like I said, you cannot change a leopard spots. You can't change the spots of. You just can't do it. You can't civilize these people. They may act a certain way because at the end of the day, that's not them. So don't be fooled when you see white people acting all professional on some job, or you see them on TV and they talk a certain way. There's no perfect English language. They talk to how they talk. We talk how we talk. Because we think being like them is perfection. This is the nonsense that our people thinking. We think being like them is perfection. But we see the savagery out of them. We see the savage. We see the Neanderthal mindset. These people don't know nothing. They had to come to us. History shows us that they had to come to us to get educated. And they still doing it. They still doing it. We, like I said, and we don't even see the value of ourselves to the point that we don't need these people of nothing. But see, when they want something, they take it. Because they backed up with that privilege. They backed up with white privilege. So they want something, they take it. They think your neighborhood is nice, they're going to go and take it. They're going to take over. They don't care how you feel. They're going to take your children away from you. They see you try and discipline your children, or they're going to take away your children. They takers. They see that you got a strong family, they're going to go and take that away from you. They're going to break you. They're going to lock up your husband, or they're going to lock up your wife. These people do not give. So when I see these cornball, goofy Negroes talking about asking white people about reparations, they're not giving you no reparations. You're going to have to take it. You're going to have to take it by any means necessary. Jeffrey Dahmer was taking people's lives and did not care. He knew exactly what he was doing. And he said this. He said, I couldn't stop. I don't know why I did it, because it was already in him. He was animalistic. Doesn't matter if he graduated from high school. That doesn't matter. It didn't matter. We saw this man literally drinking blood from the blood bank. Now, I didn't know that. That part I didn't know. Now, literally almost got sick just by watching. I said, are you serious? It's one thing you eating people, but damn, dude, you drinking blood like you drinking like a 40? It's insane. But black people swear they can civilize these people. I want to know how can you civilize a Neanderthal? These people don't even get enough. These people can't even produce vitamin D. These people are vitamin D deficiency. They can't even produce vitamin D. And it doesn't matter. They can stay in the sun, get that tan all they want. It won't work. There's something in them that let them know that they're animalistic people, and it's just the way it is. And I tell black people, the more you fool with them, you're gonna learn the hard way. It's just that plain and simple. Get out. Just like the movie. Get out. Get out. While you can. Get out. There's no compassion. There's none of that. These people that get mad at you, they want to call you the N-word and all that. As soon as they get mad, that's the first thing they call you, an N-word. You're a loser. You're a piece of all these negative things. And you sitting up there being nice, being sweet, and you can't help them. You can't help these people. And so, man, 17 people. That's a lot of people that this man killed. 17 people. And the only thing he did was put them to sleep, put some drugs in their cups to make them fall asleep. And he would choke them while they asleep. And then there was one part where he was drilling. He went to make zombies out of them by drilling holes in their head and putting stuff in his head to make us. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? This is what he did with the yellow kid. He injects something in his head where the kid couldn't even speak. I just don't. I mean, animalistic people. This is inhumane. How could you even do that to a human being, especially if he's a kid? But Jeffrey Dahmer had money. He had money. He didn't need. His father could have gave him money. He didn't have to work. But he purposely went there to kill African people, kill African descendants people there because he knew our condition. And he took advantage of that. And nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So I just had to I wanted to address this. And because we have witnessed the children of Jeffrey Dahmer. Let me I mean, there's so many videos, man. Let me spin. There was another program before. I'm going to show maybe one more. Let me show this one. Let me see, what's this one? Man, trying to okay. Damn, I mean, let me see this one. What's this one? Man. I thought I seen there was one. I have seen some videos. So I thought I could see some videos about I don't see it up in here. Let me see. Man killing, but I don't see. Teenage daughter. What the hell? So yeah, I'm trying to find. I don't see anything here. But I know there's been many videos of let me see. I don't see. Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my time looking for this stuff. I don't know if this might be it. Let me see. No, that's not it. I thought it was one. Yeah, I thought I was going to find one with white men killing black women. Family of young black women killed after a bubble date demand justice. Let me see what this was about. Hold on. I want to see what this is about. Let me see if this was. They don't show it here. No, that's not it. They don't show it here. So many turns. Like a black man spoke. Well, it said it's some attorney man charged for killing black man who spoke to his girlfriend. Yeah. I thought I could find it here, man. It's crazy. And they don't show it here. But you know what? I can't find it. But yeah, it's there's been many incidents where you have white men killing their black wives and their black girlfriends and stuff like that. For some reason, I can't find on YouTube. I was going to play that part. I just see a lot of white women killing black men for some reason, which is crazy to me, and unheard of. But yeah, you start hearing that a lot now. But yeah, so I just want to talk about this for a little bit. But yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer was really a really a monster. He was really a monster. Like he was the monster. I mean, very sick, animalistic type of dude. But as you can see, he wasn't the first and he wasn't the last. We actually saw this guy named Vlad. Let me see if I can pull that out. Vlad. Vlad the Impaler. Right? He was second. Vlad. He was so the movie Vlad. I think they have a movie with this guy. I'm not sure. Let me pull up this guy picture. Let's see if I can put up a better picture with this guy, man. Okay, this is the picture of this guy named Vlad the Impaler. Okay. 15th century. Let me see something here. See if I can get a clear. Okay. Let me screen share this real quick. Now, this is this guy named Vlad the Impaler, and he's known of eating his so-called enemies. And that's when that's when the movie Dracula came from. See, even down here they said Bragg or Vlad Dracula. There was a movie I remember where this guy. I think there was a movie. I don't know. It wasn't the Interview of the Vampire. I think it was something else. No, it was actually. Was it Interview of the Vampire? It looked like it was this guy named this guy was dressing up like Vlad, and I think they made movies that try to mimic this guy. But this guy really, it was a real person, and he was known to eat his enemies. Let me see if I can find that somewhere. He's trying to see if they show when he's they show he was eating people, and supportive of Vlad performance. So he was taking captured people and where he had them impaled, which inspired his current piece was restored. Vlad Turks. Okay, they don't say it here. I'm trying to look for it. All right, you know what? Let me see if I can look that up. Ate his enemies. Let me see. Humans. Let me see if I can find that somewhere. Okay, here we go. Let me see if this makes sense here. All right. All right. Legendary creep. Oh shit! They don't know why they putting this here. Damn, why are they doing this? Oh, great. All right, so Butchers. Hunting. Okay. Blah blah blah. Minis. So let's do it this way. Hey, Cuckoo Carter, what's good? What's up, Cuckoo Carter? What's good, my brother? So let's do it this way. I'm gonna screenshot this real quick because this is nothing new. Let me see if let me take this out. So let me screenshot this. And I want people to see this. So they said this guy named Vlad, he's a terrifying true story of Vlad the Impaler, history's real Dracula. Now, people thought Jeffrey Dahmer was Dracula, right? But this is nothing new. This guy was responsible for killing 8,000 people and impaling 20,000. Vlad Dracula, and that's what the movie Dracula came from this guy. I saw a movie that they dressed up a guy like Vlad. I wonder if it was I think it was Interview with a Vampire. And that's good. That's good, my brother. That's good. Yeah, I've been chilling too, been working hard, doing my thing, you know what I mean? Trying to keep the family, maintain the family, you know what I'm saying? I hope all is well with you, man. You know, these holidays could be crazy sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, but you know what? It's still happening, man. I was just talking about this Jeffrey Dahmer, and I just showed two cases earlier, man. It still goes on. It still goes on to this day. So this is how they say responsible kill. That's a lot of people. So altogether, it was what 100,000 people that he killed. Vlad Dracula committed some of the history's gruelest acts as the ruler of the 15th century. Damn. And that's where the novel Dracula came from. The Count Dracula book, blah, 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 Starks, okay. So that come from this guy. Vlad earned a foursome nickname from impaling more than 20,000 people as killing as many as 60,000 others during his bloody reign. He was even said to deign among the impaled enemies to dip his bread into their blood. Oh, but while the stories of the real Dracula have surely been embellished over the years, the true story of Vlad the Impaler is far scarier than anything Bram Stoker could have done. Wow. I cannot imagine living in those times, boy. Uh, Let me see if he says something about this starts like I said, you got to do background checks. You got to know why people are doing what they have done. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, man. So he was practicing cannibalism. And you see right here how you see the guy chopping up the bodies. That's insane. Vlad Dracula's alleged cannibalistic feast among the rotten bodies of his. Ooh, man. It didn't take long before the festivities turned bloody. Vlad's disdaining guests were stabbed to death, and their still twitching bodies were impaled on spikes. Damn. So this Jeffrey Dahmer situation is nothing new. It's nothing new. No, it was Brad Stalkers. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you serious? Oh my God. She used to bite women's breasts and suck. I'm gonna have to read about that. Mm, 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 mm. The cartel do this. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hmm. Al Qaeda. Yep, that's true. Let me see. Let me look up Elizabeth Bethrow. Let me look up that person real quick. So I just want to know. This goes beyond Jeffrey Dahmer. This, I'm gonna look up right now, Cool Cutter. I'm gonna look up this, but this show. This goes beyond Jeffrey Dahmer. Let me look up Elizabeth. I'll put the link in. Anybody want to come talk about this for a little bit? I'm gonna look it up right now, Cool Cutter. Elizabeth. What's her name? What's that name? E-L. Let me see what's that one. That's a beat that. Sorry. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay, I'm looking at her right now. Let me stop screen sharing this. And this is what Cool Cutter was telling me about. Let me see. This is crazy.
Yeah,
Peace. Peace, my brother.
oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh, peace, bro.
You
Can
hear
you hear me?
me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's what. Now you know I've been off live for. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You breaking up, my brother. All right, you just froze for a little bit. I don't know if that's me or that's your end. Let me see. Let me see. This thing is not coming on. What's going on here? I want to see a
Good.
picture.
Always keep tabs on y'all, man. I know I haven't been on podcast for almost 2 years, man.
Oh, okay, okay. What you been up to, what you been up to, Cool Cutter?
You know, I'm old. I'm 50 years old, bro. All I've been doing is being here, there, and everywhere, and just doing my job. I got grandkids, and I focus on them and try to enjoy my life because you never know, man. My life can expire anytime. I'm at a not precipice,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm where I can leave and make a transition and not pledge allegiance, but be a membership of our ancestors in the halls of our ancestors there, bro. So I just been laying
Right.
low, just working, being a common dude, you know what I'm saying? But like you and Brother Bakari and you, I got none but respect, none but love for y'all.
Okay, okay. Yeah, he was kind of breaking up a little bit. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. Um, for the most part, I did heard for the most part what you're saying. But I'm glad.
mhm.
I'm glad you're doing okay, man. Like I said, I've been, just been doing my thing. Just holidays get crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know how that is. Um, I was going to do a live feed last week, but something was wrong going on with my internet. Um, so it's like I get this weird service sometimes, and I'm just trying to make it sure that everything is cool because I wanted to keep, just to keep the flow going as for my live feed. I don't have the time like I wanted to do live feed because there's so much things I want to talk about. And I don't want to talk about things that everybody else does. I don't do the next trend stuff too much. So, but yeah, this is the person that you was talking about.
Yeah. She's matter of fact, rest in peace to my younger brother. My younger brother, I'm not saying he introduced me to her about 25 years ago because he's all in the gore and all that. But my brother's not like that, that's how I discovered about this chick right here. This woman right here was a fucking genetic fucking devil. And Nosferatu or Vlad, saying of Romania or Tanzania.
Right.
This female right here is fucking brutal. She was part of royalty, and this woman murdered 700 people, and she used to exploit.
They said most of her victims was women.
Yeah, she was this fucking crazy. And and I'm gonna show you something. I'm very against about genetic because I don't believe that people have a genetic. I believe in genetic preposition. Somebody who's an alcoholic, they have that genetic, or they have a supposition where they are prone to be, if they're in the environment that they're accessible to, induce them to be like alcoholic addict or killer. But if those people, if they're brought up in a proper environment, that it doesn't make a difference about their genetics. Because I was on my Facebook and I was having a big old chat because I threw something on Facebook and it was a big old chat. And I was talking about MAGAs, not conservatives, not Republicans, but I was talking about MAGAs. And how me, I'm very into. I believe in pro intellectualism. I believe in proper education. I believe in proper learning, humility, humanity, and that's how I believe. And I believe that liberation through education. That's my approach. And I was talking to the brother and what have you stuff, and I was about the point where he was talking about MAGAs and white folks and all that kind of shit. There's a new discovery that there's a genetic preposition where there are people who are born with a genetic preposition where they just tend to look at things negative. You see what I'm saying? And they just look at things negative, no matter how positive it is. And then boom, the majority of people who are like that are white people. I'm like, fuck. And I'm very careful not to go into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, like thinking, how careful I am. But then it shows that I've learned through, the Afrocentric and or learning about it when they say that white people are like so. There's some credence and there's some validity that there is a genetic component. Why the hell they are the way they fucking are.
Brother Bakar, you say you can't hear?
Oh, Brother Bakar is there?
I don't know where he at. Brother Bakar, you should come on.
I just talked to Brother Bakar last week.
Yeah, I haven't spoke to my brother in a minute on the phone. But yeah, I've seen his lives though. He's been on his lives. I've been watching his lives when he come on. But I hear what you're saying. I just feel like there's this pattern. I go along with the pattern. That's what I go along. I go along with this pattern. And now you saw Vlad, and I'm reading this now. I'm reading this now, and it's clearly say this woman, like you said, She was another one was what did they say? Said she said was I guess vampire molestic. She had vampire tendencies, and then she said they said this woman would enjoy drinking the blood of virgins. But the point I'm trying to make is that these people don't have to be like that. If my whole thing is this, if you have it all, why do you have to torture and kill people? Why do you have to be a certain way to show that you're powerful? So that's what I'm saying. It got to be something in them, in their DNA, for them to act like that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Vlad, he was an emperor. Like he was powerful. You don't have to hurt people or kill people to make your point. Now, don't get me wrong. I can understand if these people committed crimes or whatever like that, but these people were killing just to be killing. That's the point I'm trying to make. And if you look at what I'm showing you back then to now, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Jeffrey Dahmer, he's killing just to be killing. So that's what I'm saying. If there is a pattern with these people haven't come from, you can't say, well, these people come from rough neighborhoods, because look at the Mendez brothers. These people I'm talking about these people. So first we could say, well, they come from hard times, blah, blah, blah. This is the reason why they act like that. But then I'm looking at, well, you have people like the Mendez brothers. You had to look at that and look at you go all the way back to medieval times and all this other stuff, when you got people that got money, but they out there doing the most gruesome acts just to do them. That's the point I'm trying to. That's the point which just confuses me. So, yes, I'm just saying, for me, there is a genetic. I think it's genetic. I think it's a genetic thing, that the reason for them. I mean, if you can go down, we can go down even to now. Look at the guy, the white boy who went to Buffalo and start shooting everybody, shooting all those black folk. It's already in them. Just animalistic. That's what they are. And you can put a nice suit on them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm looking at the history of these people got a history. I'm going by the bloodline. I'm going by the trail. This is not something I'm just making up.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, brother, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You know, I know Brother Bakari, because Brother Bakari had a good old debate. I think that's one of the great debates I've heard, and it demonstrates that Brother Bakari is very versatile, and it shows that his range of spectrum. You know, I didn't know Brother Bakari, but when I seen him debate against a colleague of mine, they was talking about Africa. You know, about the bill, or with China being involved, and but the guy that Brother Bakari was having a cordial debate with, he's very, 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 very educated. I'm not trying to say because somebody's educated thinks they whatever, but I was having he's like me. He's moderate, and he was up there showing me something, and he's not he's new. I won't call him neutral, but he was up there trying to tell me. He said, man, genetic, nurture and nature, genetics, environmental, you know what I'm saying? And he was telling me, and I told him, I said, I have to be careful, because I am a person that I don't believe in genetic preposition. I believe that I solely believe that they overlap each other, but there's no way scientists can quantify the difference and say, definitive and say it's this genetic. And I believe it's a combination of environment and genetics. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, when you look at serial killers You know, let me give you an example, like the Iceman. The Iceman had a preposition of a person who, because you know, I went to college for sociology and psychology and behavioral science, so I study these things. And the Iceman, you ever heard that story of the Iceman who was a fucking hitman for the mafia?
I heard about this. Yeah, I heard about the
Yeah.
Iceman. Actually, they made a movie out of that too.
Yes, and it was on HBO, and he got interviewed, right? And he had a preposition where there's a common thing that people like him are born with a preposition that, like me and you know, where things that we fear, like me, I'm not scared of going on roller coasters or flying out of a fucking airplane. I've done that. I've repelled. That ain't shit to me. But average person, that's fucking, it's a threshold. With people like him, he was born like um it doesn't push the envelope for him. But while he was born, he grew up in a household, he grew up in an environment that was detrimental to his preposition. His father abused him. His father did this. I'm not making an excuse, right? So we know children, that is your formative and your development stages. So whatever impact or anything that are positive beneficially, when you're at a certain tender and sensitive age, it gets integrated, and that has a great it integrates inside of you, and it will determine a whole lot of things how you're going to be. So people who have that preposition, like the Iceman, who threshold where fear is nothing to them. Now, if he was brought in a good environment where he was loved and sustained and nurtured and cultivated, he would turn up to be proactive, where he would be in law enforcement, be part of NASA, be a test pilot, and he would have done something, or she would have done something productive. But since that's the thing, it's an environment. But the thing that I'm trying to tell you, I was trying to tell you about Haiti, I was a person that said, man, I don't believe in that genetic shit. I believe genetic has a whole lot to do with it. But then as I was studying with pseudoism, you know me, I found out something about and I would send you the link. And you know me, this is science. And it will tell you that there is a genetic preposition in a certain group of people that, and compared to others, they have the thing: cigarettes, nicotine, depression. They're more accessible. They were talking about, they did an experience that when they look at a waterfall or things that look positive, they, no matter how good the outcome and their outlook and their perception looks, when ultimately the perception could be positive, they still look at it as it was negative. And I will send you the link tomorrow. And I'm like, fuck, what the hell is going on? So there is a genetic component, these social and psychopath people. I'm off the mic. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No, you're right. I agree to it. So, I mean, is it environmental? Of course. I would say some of it's part of it. But when you look at movies, and I mentioned this earlier about Trading Places, where you have, where they made a bet, where they said, well, I think they wanted to make a bet, can an environment change people, right? So the bet was they take away everything this white man had and see how he will react. So, and he act very savagely, right? He started robbing, he started planting drugs and everything. When Eddie Murphy, when they showed Eddie Murphy was poor, he wasn't doing that. He was smiling. He was, he hustled, but it wasn't where he was hurting people. Same environment, but one was violent and the other one wasn't. Right? So
Yeah.
so that's and I use that as what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter when we're dealing with these Neanderthals, because it doesn't matter if you take them out of a poor environment. We've seen, and even throughout history, we see these people with wealth and they still doing all this unnecessary killing. I even like I said, I mentioned the Mendez brothers. These people had it all, but they robbing people, hurting people. They even shot their fucking parents with a 12 gauge, and they try to lie about it.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that it's something in their DNA, and this is for me. I just showed a video with this white girl hitting on his brother, just beating the shit out of him. A white girl. She's a Instagram model. You getting all this? You're an Instagram model. I'm assuming you're getting paid for it. You get with a brother. He's a nice looking brother, but you're beating him. You call him the N-word. You're mistreating him, and you don't. And this is on camera. I just played the video. This is on camera, and she's beating him up in the elevator. And he's only thing he's trying to do is he's trying to restrain her. There's another video where I don't know who's recording, and she's calling him all type of his name. And she said, "Oh, you did this," and she was like, "Yeah, but you was hitting me. You was hitting me. I didn't know." He was like, "That's not true. You hit me." And then after she kills him, she's gonna go back and lie and say, "Well, he was abusing me." And then remind you, there was no police report. There was no pictures of her getting any bruises or nothing like that. But this girl, she was an Instagram model. She was getting all these followers. And so she hooked up with this dude, but she's the violent one. What makes them violent? That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to do my own study with this shit, man. What makes these people violent? Now I know black people, we got our issues, but the majority of our cases is environmental. We know that. We know that. You put us in this situation, it's all about we got to survive. We got to sell crack. We got to sell drugs because you took away our factories. You took away our livelihood. We got to do what we got to do. I can understand that. Some of our women got to go to the strip clubs to make money. I can at least make some excuses for that. But a lot of the times, even when it comes down to when you hear brothers killing another brother, it's always an economic problem. Yo, he owed me money. Where my money at? We saw that in Minister Society. Yo, you owe me money? When Samuel Jackson asked God, where my money? Guy was acting fronting on me, shot him. But this case, I don't see that when it comes down to white folks. I just don't see that. It's not an environmental issue. Even when I look at,
can I say this, brother? Can I say this?
Go ahead.
I do believe it's cultural and it's environment and it's because of the upbringing. Let me something that's kind of off the wall. Sir Francis Galton, who back in the late 1800s and early 1900s were trying to justify called scientific racism, and he was trying to like always find a scientific method to justify that white people are superior. So he tried to utilize cues. So utilizing the cues, he was trying to utilize the physical phenotypes of the way a person's cranium was shaped, their nose, and their physical phenotype, their expressions about that. So he was up there trying to show that white people genetically are presupposed to be superior, and that I will use the word non-white people were presupposed to be inferior. What do I mean by that? He meant that, let's bring up black people since we talk about black folk. A black person, regardless if a black person lived in an environment that was superior, conducive to enrich and cultivate a black person, a white person on the counterpart lived in a lapidated, fucked up environment. Regardless of the white person living in a lapidated environment, and a black person lived in an environment that was so conducive that it will propel him or her to be prosper. Grow in prosperity. See, the problem with him is pseudo. That's why I hate pseudoism, because they did that European pseudoism. That's why I hate it. That's why I push against pseudoism.
Right,
So when he did tests, it went against him. So when he did the IQ test, or the Berman test, he compared. Now when his tally got up, when he submitted it and got published, he realized that northern blacks overwhelmingly, their IQ test, as well as their comprehensions of quantitative method, was far superior than white people in the South. It's a fact. Look it up. What I'm trying to tell you, to Sir Francis Galton, because Southern whites lived in poverty. Okay, yes, Southern blacks IQ test didn't go up because they were disenfranchised in a system where they were deprived from enrichment, where black people in the South was there to find their city, do what they did, and survive and do what they did. Northern blacks had the flexibility to maneuver and acquire knowledge, being. See, you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So it's the environment. So he ran into a fucking problem. Because what Sir Francis Galton was doing, and you see it with Donald Trump, what these white folks are doing, those kind of white folks, is called social dominance. These white people are sitting there trying to justify through history why they're so superior. Our country's so advanced. Why is black people still fucking that's what they think. Why they still chunking fucking spears? Knowing good and well they weren't just doing that. And so what if they were throwing fucking spears? They lived in harmony with nature. And that's why I always try to tell people back in the days, the reason why they were superior is because they interface with nature. That's what it teaches in ancient Egypt. They're teaching all ancient motherfucking spirituality. It's the ability to interface with nature and to correspond with nature and synchronize with nature and not disrespect nature. And that's the key why I keep trying to tell everybody. Believe in all y'all chakras. Nothing. That's a belief system. I keep trying to tell everybody. You know why we're spending all our time trying to worry about the mysteries of the ninth dimensions and the pineal gland? God is up there trying to show us. Why don't you understand nature? Because whatever. But I'm not trying to get all of that. So I'm gonna get off the mic there, bro.
No, you're right. I do agree with you. This definitely is a environmental issue. And you're right. I think when you deprive people people cannot use their potential like they want to. On the other hand, there have been many cases, even when you look at Christopher Columbus, how he came to what they call the New World. I don't see why they call it. They think because they never been out their country, so anything is new to them. But they, even if you read his captain log, he even say he saw these so-called Native Indians or whatever. He said, "Look, we can do what we want to these people. We can wipe them out." This is in a captain.
We got to thank us human beings. Us human beings are animals, bro. We're animals. We are fucking animals.
No, not all of us. No, not all of us.
No,
if that's the case, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. What I mean by animal, I'm just trying to say on the basic thing that we're animals. We're primates. We have an umbilical cord. You have an umbilical cord? You have what you call DNA?
No.
You don't have an umbilical cord?
No, I don't. I got a belly button.
Follow what I'm saying. I'm not trying to diminish and say that we, the thing is that we have the thing that's called in our temple. I'm not a religious person. I'm a pantheist.
Right.
I'm a pantheist. I'm a pantheist. I believe in the totality of the universe is God, and that we are the incarnation of God. In order for the universe to know God, it had to go through billions and billions of fucking billions. And the ancient Egyptians taught that is we evolve and we incarnate, and it goes back to Christianity, where it says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God, and then it was made flesh. And when he was made flesh, all of us. That's why Jesus, if you read Jesus says, the same light that brought me into the world is the same light that brought every man into the world. That we all are, we are gods. For us to, after billions, 14 billion point plus years, it took that long to finally the universe to fucking incarnate and manifest inside of a flesh for it to know itself, to see itself. The universe, God is limited. God is limited.
Right.
It is. It's limited. A lot of things that God, believe it or not, can't do. But people say it's crazy. But it had to biologically manifest, and it had to be organic for it to see itself, hear itself, and look at itself. The ancient Egyptians taught that. That's why I respect it. That's why I respect all religions. Most religions, I should say, not all religions now, but most religion. It teaches this that. But to get back what I'm trying to say, bro, we're animals. We breathe. We have chromosomes. All animals have fucking chromosomes. We have an umbilical cord. We have stimuli. We have everything just like we're primates.
Well, we are mammals. We are mammals. I won't use the word animals, but we are mammals. I won't use the word animals because animals, we are far more intelligent than animals. We don't react on instinct. You see what I'm saying?
The reason why I say that we're technical, we're animals.
Right. Okay.
That I was just being technical. We're Homo sapien, and so that's why I was trying to say that technically. Now, believe me, I get where you're saying there, bro. So I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just because when I think about animal, I'm thinking about somebody who's wild and out of control. When they want something, they're gonna get it no matter what, even if they gotta take a life. And that's how I look at it. That's how I'll see it. So when I look at people like Jeffrey Dahmer and like you said, it's Vlad and this Elizabeth bitch, and
do you believe that Jeffrey Dahmer's an animal?
Jeffrey Dahmer is a straight animal, man. He's a straight savage.
Thank you. And hey, brother, I don't know about. I'm sure you have. When I've been through the schools since 1987, I was a student of Dr. York. He Acai Elamam Isa El Hadi. I know him. He taught me a lot. I hate that motherfucker though. He's a fucking
What
con.
about his son? What about his son? You met his son?
No, but I respect him insofar that he opened my mind. He was my mentor, but fuck him.
What about,
You
no, what
know,
about his son? It's Prince. I think it's Prince something.
he has so many sons. I don't which specific what son you talking about?
Oh, it was one of them was talking to brother Jabari. I forgot his name,
but him, he's what it is, he's capitalizing off the thing. He's narcissistic and he just running fucking game and shit and trying to act like his father. You know, he wearing the sunglasses, and then when the sunglasses fall off his nose, he pushes his index finger pushes up like his father. He's flowing off. That's the reason why you already know that he's a woman abuser. He beats women.
Oh,
and he's a
wow.
hustler and all other bullshit.
I didn't know that. Wow. I'm glad you told me that.
I'm not saying that to be saying that he's a woman beat. Matter of fact, he's locked up right now.
What?
You know? Yeah, look it up.
Oh no. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna definitely do that. Wow.
This is like 3 years ago. Now, Dr. Yor has over 100 children. My master teacher, formerly master teacher, I just had an argument with Al Carter. Al Carter's a big ass on Facebook today. You know, I try to tell him, I said, damn, Dr. York taught me. I respect I think Dr. Sheikh Diop, I believe I said he is the greatest, one of the greatest fucking scientists, polymath, researcher, historians. Dr. Sheikh Diop is the baddest. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say he's a motherfucker, but I'm just saying. I think Dr. Sheikh Diop is the baddest fucking scientist on the African. He's the baddest. But I was trying to tell Mayat, she was upset with me, and I said, you know, the irony is, since you're talking all this pro-black, I said, did you know that Sheikh Diop is married to a white woman? And you bring up Van Sertima today. I was arguing with her.
Yeah. Diop was married to a white woman. That's true. Yeah.
I said, damn, Van Sertima's married to a white woman.
That's true too.
I said, fuck all that bullshit. Y'all trying to kick all that pro-black shit. I said, I'm pro-truth. And I want to educate, especially my connection with black people. You know, damn, what the fuck? Y'all are sitting here saying that black people was here in ancient America, and you already know what I'm saying. They're fucking teaching people that we're not from fucking Africa. African people are cursed, they're savages, bro. I was having a deep conversation 4 hours before I got on your show. They're teaching that we're not from Africa. We're not descendants from Africa, bro. They're teaching
who's saying this? Who's saying
I was on Facebook. I was on Facebook, and I had it started the night yesterday. And you know me, you know, I got in debate and I was chatting and I was breaking shit down. They can't fucking fuck with me, whatever. I'm not trying to brag. Because I deal with the fucking critical interconnection of ocean, the bodies of facts. Right. I'm not trying to, I said, damn, it sounds good, but you can't sit there and say, what was we arguing about? But they were trying to say that the reason why Van Sertima got brought up, I was trying to tell them that Van Sertima got a lot of things wrong. He didn't, when he works in 1994, 1996. I said, that's fucking a long time ago. He was conjecturalizing. He did not publish and cite no sources or no empirical evidence to substantiate what he did. What he did, he postulated. I said, do you know in 2022, right now, that Native Americans as well as black people, I said, Google it. Go Google it. There are black people. And they're not sitting there trying to be white. And you can look at Native Americans. Native Americans are presenting scholarship. And I'm trying to tell y'all Y'all need to fucking get rid of that 1980 bullshit. That was a phase and that was a range that we went through because I was 20 years old back in the 80s. And I adopted that fucking shit. And it made me feel good. It made me feel empowered. It was an act of symbolism. But as I got older, I realized that shit is good because it was a rehabilitation stage. It was a stage for me to put pride back on myself, to propel me, to give me fuel, to elevate me, to get out of that phase. But a lot of people are stuck. And that's the reason why you see so many people naming themselves Amaru, Hatop, the Shapim, Allah, Supreme God, whatever. I am the all kind of names, bro. I know we drifted off, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just trying to tell people, like we were just talking about animals. We're animals. There's no way around it. On the basic thing, we're animals. In the physical composition of who we are animals. We are no different from any other fucking animal. What gives us that makes us superior, I mean not superior, what gives us the complexity that we have the ability to alter our environment to our own liking. Then we have the ability to control our own biological future. You feel me? As animals, we are the highest of all animals, but I just say we are animals. However, what you're talking about, like Jeffrey Dahmer and these motherfuckers that run around, even though they're fucking smart with our big ass prefrontal cortex, their fucking animalistic still is anchored and is still prevalent to this fucking day, regardless of the fact that we're fucking Homo sapiens sapiens, and it gets transmitted and it gets executed through politics, social norms, and everything that is facilitated, and their facilitation is dictated by their fucking animalistic shit. So I feel what the fuck you're saying there, brother.
You still there, Cool Cutter?
I'm still here. I got man, because I've been talking too much, and you know how I do, man.
Cool Cutter.
But you're right. So it ties in what I just said to you. I know. I feel what you're saying, brother. Those people are animals, man. They're goddamn racist ass animals and shit. They're fucking animals, bro. To the fullest.
Cool Cutter, you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here. You can't hear me?
You think you're muted? You're not muted. I don't know what happened. Let's see something with this damn thing.
Damn. Hey, you can't hear me? Yo.
Let me see something. Cool Cutter.
Yo, you God, you can't hear me?
So it seemed like to me, I'm trying to get this microphone on. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
God.
Cool Cutter.
Yeah. Yo, you can't hear me?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to use this microphone and I can't hear you.
What about now? Can you hear me now? Yo. Yo, can you hear me?
You hear me, Cutter? Say something.
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Can you hear me? Yo.
I was trying to use my microphone, but Cutter, I can't hear you. Okay, but I can't hear you.
You can't? For real? Damn. Yo, check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. So all that damn time I've been talking, you couldn't hear me?
You got frozen there for a minute. Now you're frozen.
I'm frozen? Damn.
That's my brother Cutter. You might hope. Let me give him some time to get back on. I'm trying to lose my microphone so I can hear my brother really crisp. I understand. I haven't used my microphone in a long time. Let's see. Okay. He's gone. Cutter, you hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Check 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Yeah, you're chopping up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Yeah, why the fuck am I talking? Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I'm using my mic now. You okay?
Can you hear me a whole lot better now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a thing, whatever. Okay, go ahead, bro, man. We were just talking about us being animals and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to break it down, and I appreciate you letting me be long with that and stuff. I was trying to break it down that we are technically animals, but what makes us distinct and what makes us unique from animals, that we have the ability to control our biological future, uh, you know, and we have a consciousness that's, we have an organ called our brain with the prefrontal cortex that most animals don't have. You know what I'm saying? Because of our cognition. That's what I'm trying to say. But nonetheless, we are animals. Because to tie into what you're trying to say and what having stuff, unfortunately, a lot of us human beings are what you're trying to say and what having stuff. And coming from my side of the bridge or my spectrum is that the people that you're talking about, like that Vlad and all that kind of shit, they're the motherfuckers that prove that we still are fucking animals. You know what I'm saying? We are animals. We're fucking not us. I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying.
No.
See, these people are fucking animals. So we are animals. Go ahead, brother.
No. I see what you're saying. I won't. Like I said, I won't use the word animal. I would say we are mammals. And I'd rather just do it that way. But like I said, I have a different way, different thinking of what an animal is. But I definitely understand what you're saying. Because now when white people, when they want to say something negative about us, they use that word animal towards us, or they're nothing but animals. So they use it in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try not to say it in that manner, because I don't want them to use that excuse when we do something wrong or something they don't like. That's what they call us. And I've heard them all the time. I heard these politicians say it. We heard Biden say it when he created the crime bill. So we hear what these Neanderthals been saying about people that don't look like them, but look like them. So what I think my point is, and this is for me, I see a pattern when you're dealing with these Caucasians or Neanderthals or whatever you want to call them. the Tom Who's, and they got so many names. But we see the history. This is nothing new. We see how they invaded Africa, right? We read the captain's logs of these pirates like Christopher Columbus and what they said that what they're going to do, right? Now, if you could do a comparison where you have African people doing the same thing, where they went to a country and say, no, we're going to take over these group of people because these people are primitive or whatever, and I need some names, I need some dates so I could do the research. Have we done things? Of course, but we haven't done nothing on a scale of what they did. We haven't chopped people up and drink blood of our enemies. I never read that nowhere, never heard that anywhere in the history. I want to see the comparison. Because that's what I hate when people always say, because I heard this from other people. Oh, well, there's black people, they did the same thing. Well, show me the evidence. Show me a history. Show me a timeline. Show me names, dates. Just like I did with Vlad. You put me on with this Elizabeth thing. That's what I'm saying. I need names. I need dates. You won't find that. So that's what I'm saying is that these people, I won't even use the word animal. I would call them monsters. These people are straight up monsters. Inhumane stuff. These people, to me, you can't say Vlad is human. You can't say Christopher Columbus and all these invaders and are human beings. You can't even say that. So they would take anything. Look, they will lock us. They used to lock our people up just for having a damn a little nickel bag. Okay? And if you read what they did to Eric Garner and how this man said, I can't breathe. Stop choking me. I can't breathe. And these people, and the guy still was choking. I mean, no remorse. Something is terribly wrong with that picture. So I look at the word in a different lens. And I'm starting to see a pattern where even if you take them out the poverty, they still have this Neanderthal, this savage way about them, Cool Cutter. And maybe I'm wrong about this whole thing. But I see a different, and like I said, I show the videos, I show the evidence. There is a fucking pattern. And this is not and I'm not saying this out of this because and I don't want you to say, oh, you think you're saying this because because on this pro-black. This has nothing to do about.
You good, brother. You good, brother.
Oh, okay. I don't want you to think anything, like that. This has nothing to do with me being pro-black or nothing like that. Fuck all that. Because I practice what I preach. What I'm saying is this. I see a fucking pattern. Excuse me, I don't want to curse. I'm sorry. I don't want to curse. I'm just very compassionate of the things I say. But I see a pattern, Cool Cutter, and I know you see a pattern. And I use Jeffrey Dahmer because, Cool Cutter, I don't know if you saw the movie, brother. They call this man white folks, call them a hero. Say he was a hero for all the gruesome shit that he did. They even made a comic book. They were giving him money, Cool Cutter. They were giving Jeffrey Dahmer money. He was making money in prison, calling him a hero. These are white people. So I say this. If they calling him a hero for all the gruesome, sick shit that he did, that means this is something that's in them. This is in their DNA. This has nothing to do with environmental. We see people, we see them with money, and we see them hurting people. These people have money. So you know, my whole thing is this. We gotta treat this. I don't know. I just look at it. This is nature. I don't look at this as part of their nature thing, because if you really look at it, this is if you go back in time, you see it's like a trail. It's like an ongoing trail, even to this very day. And how they still mistreating us, they still prejudging us. They would lock our people up for petty crimes, for long sentences. And they don't even apologize. Our people been serving time for 30 or 40 years, Cool Cutter. And they don't even get a damn apology when they get out. When they finally realize, oh, you did not commit the crime. We made a mistake. They don't even give an apology. I cannot imagine doing that. I lock you up for 30 years. I will feel bad. I'm gonna be like, damn, Kuka, I'm so sorry. I fucked up. I just took half of your life. And I'm gonna try to do whatever I can. So to at least try to make it up. I know you can't get them years back, but goddamn, I'm gonna try to do something to give you that closure. These people don't want to do that. They had to go to. I mean, come on, think about it, Kukata. How many cases? How many people? They still letting our people out. Our people go after 30. Oh, I got brother Bakari on here. Oh shit! Here we go. I got the dream team now, baby. Peace.
What's going on, man? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Bakari, guess who's here, brother Bakari?
What's up, bro?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on?
Sound like your ass is on the water.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, but I'm on my phone. StreamYard don't let me talk that much, man. They be messing me up. I just came on.
Right now. You sound good right now.
What's going on?
You sound good.
Much, man. Oh, okay. I just hopped on to speak. I don't even know what you're talking about. I've been a little busy, in and out. So I just hopped on to speak. I haven't been on here with y'all in a while. So I just came over here to holler at Cutter and Guy and Cutter.
Hey, bro.
So let me ask you, brother. Let me ask. Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm glad to hear Brother Bakari come on, man.
Okay. So definitely, it's been a while too. Brother Bakari, I got a question I want to ask you.
Okay,
I got a question I want to ask you, Brother Bakari. The question is, when you're dealing with these white folks, right?
I thought you said both of us there, bro.
Not, huh?
I thought you said both of us. You said I have a question with Bakari. But then before you said it, you said that you have a question for both of us.
Well, yeah. Well, no. You already answered. You already answered. I'm just the question. Actually, the question of Brother Bakari. You already answered the question actually. So Brother Bakari, when you hear stories like Jeffrey Dahmer, and I showed like the picture of Vlad, the impeller, and then there was another one that calls Elizabeth Bathory.
Yeah.
And you hear all this gruesome, savage stuff that they did to people, drinking blood and chopping them up, all this gruesome stuff. And these people are wealthy. There has nothing to do with poverty. There has nothing to do with, at least when we go through stuff, it's environmental, right? It is environmental. You know, if we in poverty, we're gonna commit crimes or whatever to survive. This is facts. But these people, like you hear about the Mendez brothers, how they shot their parents because they was mad at them. You hear about the Columbine, those two white boys shooting up the school. These white people are well to do. These people wasn't impoverished. So what is I believe this is genetics. This is something that's in them. This is nature. This is their nature, their natural way of doing these things. What is your opinion about that? When you think about Jeffrey Dahmer and all these people, what is your thoughts on this? What you thought? You think this is environmental? Do you think it's like Kukla said, like culture and environmental? What is your thoughts, brother?
Okay, the first person could show. So when I think Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Well, all of them, I'll say that's who they are. History has shown that that's what they have. That's what they are, and that's what they have been doing forever, eating one another. Like I remember, and when I studied this is why I challenged, not really challenged, but I told some people, and I'm gonna say this: I have nothing but respect and love for the ancestor of Frances Cress Wesleyan, but I told her some of the stuff she said was wrong. When it was like the reason they cut off your penis and did all that, it was penis envy. They was jealous, or you could make the world black. As she was wrong, because when I studied them and I saw how the barbaric tribes, the Germanic tribes, when they were able to defeat Rome, when they would cut off the men's stuff, sometimes they would actually eat the men balls. That is something they have been known to do. Even if you watch their history, they'll tell you that is something they have been known to do. Sometimes they ate babies, ate whoever when they were starving. That is just something they have been known to do. I would say that's who they are. That's in their nature, right? But when the topic is Jeffrey Dahmer, and you said the Milwaukee Monster, when I see Jeffrey Dahmer and a couple more, right, I could see how we didn't protect our neighborhood, how we allowed him to come in a black neighborhood and be comfortable and pick up black folks and kill them. And regardless if they are gay or not, we didn't stop them. We didn't stop him from killing and continue to kill and to eat and do whatever it is he was doing to those people there. When they saw the police wasn't going to do anything, the only person that was saying something and stepping to him was a black woman. So and that's all I say about that. I'll give the mic.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
I give a
the
damn
movie.
about him because
Go ahead, Kuka.
dude right there, man, said some goddamn truth, man. Shit.
Yeah, Brother Carr was on point. Yeah, he was on point. I agree with him. Even like they said, and like I said, they tell you how they get down every time on TV. Even when I mentioned earlier about The Walking Dead, and see, Cool Cutter and Brother Carr, I wanted to say this. I'm studying this shit, man. Like I'm just like I'm really, really like opening my third eye on this shit, man. Like it's just that when I watched The Walking Dead, right?
Why you mesmerized about like what because black folk did the same motherfucking thing. Look at Johnson over there, whatever. You see that motherfucker when he captured that I forgot what motherfucking part of the continent, and he was drinking a Budweiser motherfucking thing and shit, and they cut his fucking ears off. And that son of a bitch that they cut his fucking ears off, he was a brutal motherfucking shit. All through Africa too. You know what I'm saying? And let it go.
Who's this?
I forgot the fuck is that goddamn shit. It happened a long fuck in Africa, where he
you gonna have
he visit.
Yeah, you gonna have to give me a name of that. I don't know.
I forgot whatever, but you go on YouTube. They showing where he cut into the fucking African dude's ears off, and old dude is fucking goddamn drinking a Budweiser beer. in Africa. I'm not trying to say he's right or wrong.
I haven't heard about that.
You watch when you watch that motherfucking shit.
I don't. You gotta give me a name, man. I don't know. I didn't hear that. That's
My
this,
bad.
this new this new news to me.
And then you could type it up on the video, and you'll see where that president, who's been a president for that damn long, and then the dude that fucking goddamn did a coup, he's in
Well,
there.
he was he a yeah, but was he a drug lord? Was he one of those warlords?
No, got nothing to do with drug lord. It's cool shit. Cool shit. And then you type it up on whatever.
I don't.
That motherfucker right there got a leg kicked up.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but don't get me wrong. We're not talking about. See, when that's the thing. When you're dealing with African people that do these crimes against other black folks, is because of interference. They're either getting paid by the enemy. We have seen that time and time again. We have heard that. We heard that when Mobutu has sold his people out. We have heard these things. We're talking about before the white man came to Africa. You didn't hear nothing about these stories. You didn't hear nothing about that. That's not in our nature. We don't conquer other people. We don't even bother people like that. We got our own. We had our own thing doing. These people. I'm talking about a race of people that just unnecessary killing just to be killing. Just like they come to Africa, they kill all the exotic animals just to put up on a wall, just to say, look, see, I killed this elephant who was just minding their damn business. And they just killing just to put a head on their wall. They're just hunting just to be hunting, not even hunting for food.
But you know what
That's
you said.
what I'm talking about.
What you just said, like in the exception of our conversation, you said a pattern. All right, we know what these son of a
pattern,
bitch.
Yes.
The pattern is that these motherfuckers been doing this for fucking 100,000 years ago. All right, we know their pattern. So what the fuck are we gonna goddamn do about it, there, guy? What the fuck are we going to do about it? You get what I'm saying? You said pattern.
My whole thing. This and I I can answer that. The pattern. The answer is leave these motherfuckers alone. That's what I'm saying.
The pattern is,
stop.
The pattern
fucking with them.
The pattern that I try to tell people is this: why would the pattern is find inventory. Stop taking everything on a race basis and supplement and circumvent and allocate your shit to a specific group of people. First, worry about your goddamn self. Worry about your goddamn self.
Okay, and so explain to me. So explain to me about the black kid who got killed by the white girl. Then,
what you say there? What you
remember, brother Bakari. Brother Bakari know what I'm talking about. The white girl who was an Instagram model. She killed her black boyfriend.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that, bro.
Oh, you know what? I tell you what, Cool Cutter. Mm-hmm. Why don't you watch the documentary called Killer Sally? It's on, I believe it's on Hulu. Watch that documentary.
Okay.
Called Killer Sally.
Okay. So it's imperative that for me, before I was going to say what I was going to say, that what I was about to say, it's imperative that I have to watch this video, this documentary about this chick. And I'm not trying to dismiss her, by all means. It's obvious she had a bad fate. But what I was trying to say really it's indicative of what the fuck going on with that chick. I was trying to say with this, what I'm trying to tell people, and I realize this shit, what the fuck about white people? What the fuck about that? What the fuck about this? What the fuck about go galvanizing and empowering your own motherfucking self as an individual? As an individual, then you perspire yourself like a satellite, and you perspire yourself, and then you perpetuate, you motivate, you inspire, and people around yourself, and encourage people in all aspects of life. That's what the fuck I realized. All worrying about what the fuck, I'm not saying that's what you do. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying I don't believe that. Because I know me as far as I know you have a good endeavor. But in this aspect, what the fuck I'm trying to say is, what the fuck learning about this, that, and all that other bullshit? What can you apply something in your world that can be imperative in what you can do in reality? Not dreams. Dreams is something personal. That's on your own fucking endeavor to encourage you to perspire what your fucking do. But if you want to make a fucking goddamn quantum impact in your fucking life, what can you do tangibly? And that's what the fuck I try to address to people. Go ahead, guy, man. You all right, bro. Don't think it wrong. I'm trying to whatever, man. You take Twitter all you want to. Think I'm against you. I have nothing with respect. We're talking constructively. And that's why I wish most people could do what the fuck me and you do. Motherfuckers resort to
Facts.
fucking souls
Facts.
and arguing and all stupid. I'm a hater. I'm a fucking white boy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cool Cutter. Cool Cutter. Cool Cutter. Wait a minute. Cool Cutter. I gotta say something though. I gotta say something. There's an individual. He's going through. I gotta laugh. There's an individual. He's going through it. He's making me laugh. Stop. There's an individual right now, and he's going through with a white savage right now in his apartment. She's knocking up on her show. Shut the hell up. Shut up. She said, I will whip your ass. That motherfucker went and told the police talking about filing for a restraining order. Oh shit. I ain't gonna mention no names, but you might have an idea.
Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Somebody's going through their white neighbor right now. She wanted to fuck. Go ahead, brother McCarthy. I'm sorry.
Brother, no, I was just saying, I don't have an idea. I don't know what you're talking about when y'all said that laughing. I don't have no idea.
Hey, Brother Bakari. Brother Bakari.
Yeah.
Hey, God in Hollywood, do you mind if I ask, and it potentially might go off what you're trying to do? If you say, man, shut the fuck up, I want to ask Brother Bakari a question.
Go. Definitely talk. Okay. You got it.
And then you can also whatever. Brother Bakari, you there?
Yeah.
What is your opinion about Brittany Griner?
I'm glad Brittany Griner was able to come home. That's probably something she's been doing over in Russia for the last few years because she played professional basketball in Russia. That's why she was over there. So I'm glad Brittany Griner was able to come home. I'm not one of those people mad that she home because she was gay. She probably ain't on no do nothing for no black. I don't know anything about her, but I can say this: I'm glad she's not just over there suffering for something. I'm going to say it's something she's been doing forever, and they've been letting her get away with it because she was a basketball star over there making $1 million a year.
Respect, man. Sometimes I don't know about God. I mean, Brother Bakari, but I respect him with everything, man. I ain't swinging on his vine, man. But I want to hear his opinion about that damn thing, man. Much respect, though, bro. I concur. Not totally, but basically, I concur, man. Well said, there, brother.
Thank you. But yeah, guy, I ain't know what y'all was talking about, man. I'm being honest. I ain't know who y'all was laughing at.
Well, God, go and feel, motherfucker, so brother Bakari can goddamn Earl his perspective on that, man. You know, brother Bakari he's impeccable, man. Let's fill him in and let him give some feedback into it. God. God. Brother Bakari, you there? Bakari.
Yeah, I'm here. God has stepped away, seem like.
No, no,
Got
I'm here. I'm here.
right.
No, I'm here, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that girl who just got out, who did that swap thing. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say on that. I mean, to me, honestly, you know, I tell people you got to be careful when you go to these other countries, man. You can't go out there and thinking it's America. You could, you know, do drugs or whatever. Their sentences. I mean, that was harsh. What they did, that was going to give her what 9 years, 10 years. You know, it's just, you know, you just got to be careful. You know, they don't. In some countries, they don't play that.
That's true. That's true. But nonetheless, it's true. What do you think about it? How did what they did, there, bro? They got her free. What do you think about that?
What about her being free?
Yeah.
No, I think that's good. I mean, she's you know, she's back home and stuff. You know, I think that's good. Now, I don't know about her career. I don't know what's going on, but she wanted to play overseas because you know,
person,
huh?
Goddamn
Huh?
career.
Hey, guy, that's what she was doing in Russia. That's why I say I believe she been doing that. This ain't nothing new. She had been playing professionally in Russia for the last 3 or 4 years. So,
oh, okay.
This probably ain't nothing new. Russia used this for a time. It was just the time. Right now is a good time for us to do this, and we can get our criminal back home because the dude that got back home was an arms dealer, probably selling illegal guns to black folk.
Yeah. God.
Oh.
Hey, guy, I'll give you. I know your ass is tired. You about to get off the thing, man. But I want to hear both of y'all, especially brother Bakari and you, both of y'all. Definitely, I want to hear y'all goddamn opinion. You don't mind there, guys? Is this your platform? I want to ask y'all both of y'all.
What's the question?
Man, what do y'all think about Ye?
He's to me. I'm gonna say for me, I think he's trying to get his he trying to make his name relevant. You know, I think he's just trying to say whatever he wants to say to put his name out there. I don't like I said, I don't really like him like that. Like when he first came out, when he first came out, huh?
I'm be quiet. My bad. I know I run my mouth.
No, I'm saying when he first came out, I liked the brother. I think he was doing great things. And, you know, he made some dope beats. I mean, he's very talented. But now I don't think his music's selling like that no more. You know, he married, and then what got me, he married that bimbo, Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? And he just a loose cannon, man. Like and then what I didn't like, he wore that White Lives Matter t-shirt. So I just think that he's saying anything just to try to, you know, get his name to be relevant. And I think if he got a coon, he just going out the coon. Like that's what he does. I don't fuck with him like that. I don't even listen to his music. I don't deal with him. I don't
Okay.
like him like that. I don't like him no more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he's
Well, for me, I agree with guys. Shit, I've been saying Kanye Kardashian is what I call him. He's searching for attention, and I'm going to tell you something. Black people is the most studied people in the world, and just like everybody else to play on black people emotions, somebody like Kanye Kardashian know how to play on black people emotions. Let me say this and make them think I'm standing up. But then the only people that ever truly disrespected coming out of his mouth is black folks. Even on that drink champ thing, what did he say about a Jew? He really who he disrespected was black folk. F them N words, I'm here. F all them niggas if they looking for me. I'm right here if they want something. But he didn't disrespect nobody else. Even when he came and put on that black face mask on Alex Jones and screamed, he loved Hitler. He already let you know I love everybody. He loved the Jews too. He's searching for attention. But in the process of all that, he let you know how he feel about black people. What he say? The dude wasn't even on George Floyd necks like that, right? How was he on the neck? What do you mean wasn't on the neck like that? Oh, they killed him with something else because they know black people is easily attracted to conspiracies, even though that pissed black people off when he said that. He's searching for attention. He's a Donald Trump crony, and I have no respect. And I can't remember when I did. Maybe when he first came out and he had the song Through the Wire. But I have no respect for Kanye Kardashian at all. I really don't care. I'm going to be honest. If you didn't ask that question, I would never talk about him because nothing he says, he's absolutely crazy. He's a crazy person that needs attention. But he really don't need attention from the public. He really need attention from a therapist. That's my take.
And I think that's very cowardly too. If you're going to say that you love him, show your face. Don't sit there and hide your face and all that stuff. That's cowardly. You think if you feel that you man enough to say that type of crap, then show your face. Put your face out in the open. Secondly, he said the white man was the most. Basically, he said the white man was the most prejudged, and basically, he's saying that the white man is the most oppressed. White man can't do it, and that's which is white people don't even. First of all, white people don't need people to speak for them, and that's another thing I don't like about black people, especially like people like Kanye. They always want to speak for white people or any other race of people but their own. And then when it comes down to their own, they want to degrade us. They want to find fault with us or whatever. Like there's no good black people out here that's trying to do the right thing. Like this is insane. So I mean, to me, he's a graham cracker. If you ask me, fuck him.
I'm gonna say this about Kanye West and whatever and stuff, man. This is something that happened way before he got in the scene, whatever. Even though he was on the scene, music. It starts back at 2012. White people have been attacked. Straight white people in 2012, around that time, and it correlates with the inauguration of a black president called Barack Obama. And as y'all see it. You ever see when you have a discussion? I do. I have a discussion of what they call wokeness, critical race theory. Critical race theory is never taught. In the Texas fucking goddamn bill, critical race theory is not mentioned nowhere near in the bill because they know good and well if they did, it's not taught. It's not even taught in college. Critical race theory is not taught. Then they come up with this otherness of what you call fucking goddamn woke shit. What the fuck is woke? It stems off of fucking whatever. With Kanye. Yeah. Kanye is the embodiment. He's the incarnation of what I try to say in 2012. He's adopting a fucking goddamn social logical standpoint, which you call fucking cultural and social scapegoating. That's what he's doing. He's scapegoating, y'all. And what he's doing is detrimental to the plight of the people.
Anybody still there?
You what? Hello? Hello?
I'm here.
Y'all hear me? Hello?
I think guys messed up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Because can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. God probably shouldn't have let me on. StreamYard don't let me talk too much no more.
Why is that?
I have no idea, man. I can't even screen share when I do my own show on my on my panel.
Delete your whole delete your whole app and
Oh no, I can hear you. I hear y'all now. It was like a yeah. It's the internet, man. It's just the server,
StreamYard.
man.
It's StreamYard, guy. It's StreamYard. You going through the same thing I'm going.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure. I don't know. Okay, let me.
It's StreamYard, guy.
Do I have to come in and out? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
you in and out.
I can hear him good.
Yeah. Okay. Mute. Okay. Mute your mics and both y'all mute your mics and see what happens. Okay. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Okay, so we good. So there's been, man, it's just been a lot of things is happening, you know what I mean? I'm just like I said, I'm just been, doing my thing as far as making sure, getting through this holiday, man. This holiday blues. So I just came from a Christmas party. I was going to even do this live, man. I was going to do this live. I just came from a Christmas party at my job. It was nice. It was nice, man. Women looking good, you know what I'm saying? Sisters looking good. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some things. I was like, oh shit, okay. You know what I'm saying? The drinks was crap, low budget drinks, you know what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was nice. Very nice, very, very classy. People won awards. And that's the reason why I like about this job, because the job does recognize you, when you put in the work. They really do recognize you, do get rewarded for just being there, being dedicated. So I wasn't gonna do this live. I thought I was gonna do this live today, Master, but I said, let me do it because I got another live coming up on the 17th, which is gonna be very interesting. It's pretty personal that I want to talk about. But yeah, man. But anything y'all want to discuss before? Any events coming up, or anything y'all doing? Anything during the holidays? Like what y'all plan on doing? Now we head into the new year. Anything new coming up for the new year, or what?
Nope.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to my New Year day. I'm just going to start in next year. I'm going to start being a gym nut. I'm going to start heading back to the gym because this pandemic kind of slowed me down. But I gotta start working out, and that's going to be my main goal. Just start eating healthy because they say health is wealth. So eating healthy and just get my body in shape, man. Because I'm like I said, man, I don't want to be 50, 60 years old and look 50 or 60. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get in shape, man. I gotta stay in shape, man. So yeah. So we just gotta take care of ourselves, man, and just make sure we healthy. Make sure our kids, make sure our family doing good, and that's all that matters right now. So, but yeah, have y'all, hey brother Card, man, have you missed this show, man? I don't know how much you've seen the show, but just do the playback um and check out the show if you haven't seen everything. But I think with this yeah, I think with this is that I'm just wanted to just show that that there's a pattern. Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't the only one, doing his craziness, his sickness. This goes way back. This has a history to it. So, and then like I said, even in The Walking Dead, like I was watching these movies like The Walking Dead, you see a lot of that in the show. You see a lot of just mostly white on white. Just trying to survive. Like, hey, you got something I like, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna even work with you on it. And you see some cannibalism. You see the most gruesome shit in there. I was like, God damn. And it's like, and they showing you, white people showing you, hey, this if there was an apocalypse or something going down, this is what we're gonna do. There ain't gonna be no let's work together. It's gonna be like, I gotta get mines, and if I gotta kill, I'm gonna do it. Just like Brother Bakari said, even during the Great Depression, they were eating. I mean, it got to the point they were either committed suicide when if they lost their money, they were eating dogs and cats and rats, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, it just gotten bad. Like they just really, it's very stuff they was doing is very inhumane, and I think that's the point I'm trying to make with this program. So it's nothing new with these people. But with that said, I'm going to head out, and I want y'all brothers give y'all closing statements, tell them where they can find you, and let's and let's end it like that. So, Brother Bakari, you go, and then I will Cool Cutter and Brother Bakari.
All right, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hey, first of all, man, I really appreciate you for me to come on the platform to engage with you and have a dialogue with you and what having and stuff, and for the people to hear what we had to say. So thank you for that. As far as you can find me, Cool Cutter. I basically talk about anything underneath and over the damn sun. Thank y'all so much to come through. Much love, I respect, and I hope y'all elevate and continue to rise and transform. Peace.
Hey man, thank you for letting me speak on your panel. We hadn't been on here together in a while. Me, you, and Cut especially. But look, thank you for letting me speak. My channel is Brother Bakari. I'm on Rumble now. It's Brother Bakari in all caps. Brother spelled with an A. It's one word. Brother Bakari, Brutha, Bakari, Bakari. It's all caps, one word. I'm gonna give that a try as well. They got me for like a month, really solely on. I got like a month left, guy. I be 51 January 10, 2023. January 10, 2023. I done told folks for social media and all this, man, I'm gonna be damn near retired, man, because I'm tired. But on that note, peace and one love. Oh yeah,
Man.
y'all check out my Black Business Challenge I got going. Black Business Challenge. Spend the money you can with as much black business in your area that you can. Thank you, guys.
Man. Anytime, brother. And like I said, we got to do this again. I miss y'all too, man. Like we got to do this again, man. We got to bring the team back and get together and let's vibe. Let's talk, man. Let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And let's build, man. And I think we need these type of conversations. So, because our youth, believe it or not, our youth are listening. I mean, they're listening, and we got to practice what we preach. We definitely got to practice what we preach. And I think the moral of my program is that we can't put too much trust on people with a violent history. You can't put all your trust with people, with a grace of people with a violent history. And I think that's what's happening. We put too much trust on people that has a very sick, and like I would use the word animalistic, like who could have might say animalistic history, violent history. We put too much trust. We allow these people in our neighborhoods, just like Brother Bakari said, how this guy Jeffrey Dahmer purposely came to a black neighborhood and that's what he did. There was too much trust. You know what I'm saying? And this is what and we end up getting the bad it's never a good at the end it's never good for us at the end. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if it could be relationships, any type of relationship is business or sexual or whatever is never, it don't never come out a good thing. So we gotta stop putting our trust on people that claim, especially if you claim there's all this racism that is never going to end and stuff like that. But we put too much trust on the people that just have a very violent history, and we just got to stop doing that. But with that said, I want to thank both of y'all brothers for coming through. I really appreciate it. This definitely, we got to do this again. We definitely got to do this again very soon, and I'm very looking forward. And I know, Brother Bakar, I really don't want you to hang it up, not just yet, but but at least do the black businesses thing. I mean, I think a lot of people really love that stuff. So I'm definitely.
I'll be doing that. I'm gonna still be doing that. I'm gonna still be giving away my books out in the streets. I just think it's time for us to hit the streets more. More and more of us need to be in the streets. I really don't see a movement coming from YouTube. If you want to do something, you want to build something, I really think you have to hit the streets and meet people. That's my thing on it, and that's my thought. And
well, that's what Malcolm said. The same thing. Malcolm said the same thing. He said you'll get more people on the streets. Than anything.
Look at Jehovah's Witness Christians. Everybody in the streets, Nation of Islam. Everybody in the streets except people that call themselves Pan Africans. All you got to do is just look and see. We ain't even got to go, but just look at today in 2022. Look and see what groups and whoever, Hebrew Israelites, just look and see what groups are getting people. That's all you got to do. Mm-hmm. And just look and see who's still telling people, oh, we should say we African. It's the ones who don't leave YouTube, And of course, that's not all. I'm always in the streets, and I know I'm not the only one, but that's where we need to be. That's my take on it. If we're going to build anything, we can't build nothing with 4 or 5 people. We need 400 or 500. And I'm going to be honest. It started. Somebody have to take the initiative. So, for me, I took the initiative. We won't build nothing. And people can think of reasons why they should be on social media more than in the streets, and that's cool. But when you look at what groups, what organizations is getting people, look and see where they getting them from. Are they getting them on social media, or are they getting them in the streets?
You're right. And I'm always, like I said, I'm always, I'm like I said too, I'm definitely doing my part too, as trying to meet people in the streets and stuff like that, and just talking to them and just vibing with my brothers and sisters. So I'm definitely doing my part. And sometimes even at workplaces and sometimes like that. Sometimes you have to be. You could be at work, and if you got a good chemistry with somebody, you could, hey, you know what? I got this black-owned company. You should check it out. So that's what I've been doing too. I've been like, because one brother at my job, he was like, he always looking for black companies he want to support. So I got him, got him supporting they guys. He was like, oh wow. I said, yeah, he said that's and some stuff that you have had mentioned too, Brother Bakar. So I've been doing my part, just trying to get our people into supporting just in supporting African, supporting African products, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta, that's what I'm just been trying to do, just supporting your own. You know what I'm saying? And so we can come up into the competition. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about, and I want to say this, it's not about, people always like, oh, it's not about, and I'm tired of people just using this, oh, it's about you're teaching hate, I don't know. I don't have that much. I got too much love for my people to hate anybody. I got too much love to hate anybody. All my love to go to one person. I'm not to the point. I'm not even thinking about nobody else. I know I come from this race. That's my love for that race. I don't know. People every race has got their own thing doing. We got to have our own thing. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've been doing my part too, man. So I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. So, but with that said, I want to thank y'all, brothers, again. And until next time, let's build. Let's continue. Let's share. Let's start sharing. And like I said, not just on YouTube. Like Brother Bakar said, share your knowledge. Share. Any like you said, black-owned businesses to your own people. You know what I'm saying? Because our people, let me be honest with you, they look for these things. They want to represent. Believe it or not, they really want to represent. So anytime when a brother tells me at my job, hey, I want to support black-owned businesses, hey, they looking for this stuff, man. It's serious. So people, they out here, man. Our people are out here. They're searching. They searching to represent. So, yeah. So with that said, I'm out of here, man. Till next time, brothers. Y'all take care of yourself. And we out. Peace, Cutter.